So yeah, this happened last week, a Lego road trip. Well, it technically didn't start out as a Lego road trip. It started out as an 8-hour drive to get to Virginia, where we were going to meet up with my husband's parents for a bit of a vacation. However, I figured, oh my goodness, we're in the car for 8 hours. There must be a Lego store or two or three or four on the way. And technically there were plenty of official Lego stores, as you can see by the yellow bags, but what I was really looking for were the Lego resellers, or the second-hand shops. Now, since we didn't actually plan to do any of this was totally spontaneous. I was literally in the car and I just started to Google Lego stores near me. And of course it came up with all of the official Lego stores, and we stopped in one, not our usual one in Connecticut, but another one. But then as we were going further and further down the states, I kept saying Lego stores near me, and it started coming up with other kinds of Lego stores or places that sold Lego. So I discounted toy stores, but we did come up with some awesome Lego reseller stores. One of them in particular, the Brick House Resellers, I had noticed them on Instagram as they were putting together their new store, and lo and behold, we were actually going somewhat close to Highland, New York, which is where they're located. So we decided it was a must to stop in there, and I think it was only about 30 minutes out of the way, so it wasn't really bad at all, and it was absolutely worth the drive. I have enough footage to make an entire video about that, which I would love to do. But then as I kept Googling, the further down we traveled, I found more and more stores. Of course, we needed to sort of keep our drive, fairly on track. So we made plans on the way back from our vacation to stop at a couple more, including Andy's Brick Shop and Brickmania. We also had another store in there, but unfortunately I navigated us wrong on the way home, and it would have taken us quite out of our way and then quite out of our way back. So we're going to look forward to doing that in another weekend. The stores that we did visit, I would absolutely love to go back to again. And we had an interesting experience at Brickmania, guys. It was a very disappointing experience. So if you want to know more about that Brickmania experience, hang on till the end of the video. I'll go through a little bit of a rant, and I'll show you how we were able to make it right in the end. So it's some good stuff, guys. Let's head in. Let's fill up the gas tank first, which, as you can see, is pretty much a Lego set in itself, but this is some fun stuff. All right, so I'm gonna make some room on the table to show you what we've got. We're gonna start with the yellow bags because they're probably the most common purchases that, we're gonna make from a Lego store. Really, the thing about stopping at different Lego stores is all about the pad wall and seeing what's new, because of course we know, generally what sets are available in the Lego store. Of course, even unless you're looking for a specific one that you haven't been able to find online or is on back order, and maybe a store actually has it, but that wasn't the case here. We just wanted to see what the pad walls had that our stores didn't have, and it wasn't really super exciting, but we did manage to grab a couple different elements that our store didn't have. And of course, it was Easter, so they still had, at least at that store, they still had those Easter promos, which is just fine. I'll just throw those into the backlog area. But Mr. Bins and Bricks picked up the Stranger Things brick heads. He and Little Bins and Bricks are starting over with season 1, so they can get ready for whatever season is out now. And then in the cups, I guess white tiles were kind of a big deal. Always flower pieces. These were tan jumpers. We had like a few leaf elements left over. So nothing hugely major in this one, but I do use white tiles a lot, especially for interiors of things. I think that usually works out really well. And then lastly, if you guys are wondering, there's some big city changes coming. So I know you can kind of see around me, and it probably looked a lot different in the last city update video. So we have some big changes coming. All right, this one, what do we got? What stands out? 4x6 plates. Those are really, really useful suckers, huh? We use those for Mills plates a lot. Got some bows here, more flowers. And I think that's about it. Nothing super exciting. I don't tend to buy any of the crazy pieces or crazy colors. I try to buy what is most useful, and then if I need something, especially at our regular store, you know, I'll go back and pick it up. But we saw the neon yellow panels, the new yellow color, but honestly I don't know what I would do with them, so I'd buy them for the novelty and then sort of get stuck, if you know what I mean. All right, so that was one Lego store. All right, that was the one in Connecticut, and I think, what was this one? This might have been New Jersey. Now I'm not even remembering. So I had an idea along the way. All right, we were driving along, and I said, oh, Brian, wouldn't it be fantastic for like May the 4th if we had like a army of, you know, whatever they're called, stormtroopers, snowtroopers? I think they're snowtroopers right now. So, oh, here's the Easter hat. I guess Lego had cute little Easter bunny hats, so I made my son wear one. Oh, she did so willingly, not bad for a 12-year-old. So yeah, anyway. So I was like, oh, there's a Lego store coming up. Pull over, pull off the exit. We're gonna go. We're gonna go find it. Now their pad wall did not have anything out of this world worth picking up, and so we spent most of our resources on these guys. Okay, so Snowtrooper Battle Pack. So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. Oh, we got 4, and we got 5. So we got 5 Snowtrooper. Right? Snowtrooper? Yeah, I'm going to keep saying Stormtrooper. Snowtrooper battle packs. Okay, let's move this bag. Give it a toss over here. And then I was like, do we need good bad guys too? I don't know. I don't know if this was the right move. You guys can tell me. So then I got 5 of these. What are these? These are these guys. Okay, these are these guys. And so we ended up with 5 of these. So maybe we can have opposing forces heading into the Lego City that's way under construction. So I'm not sure if if we're going to be waiting for next May 4th on that one, but we'll see. So we got a ton of these things for Star Wars, and they didn't actually have any Easter left over for promos. And this is what they had, the skating rink. Of all the promos they made a lot of, or didn't make enough of, this one they sure nailed it on the head there with enough promos. So we have another skating rink, which is fine. Put that over there. That'll go with the Easter, right? That's our 2 Lego store hauls. So that's a Connecticut store and a New Jersey store. I think I went a little crazy for Star Wars, but I'm really excited to make up scenes in the city going forward. I really want to concentrate on fun scenes in the city. We have some work to do in the city to do those fun scenes. But let's get on with the road trip. Let's dive straight into what we picked up at the Brick House Reseller store in Highland, New York. This was a very fun store because he actually had an awesome Lego City set up, and I absolutely love when a reseller store has some sort of large scene set up like a Lego City. This one was filled with his own special creations, his own mocks, lots of fun details, just things you don't normally see in Lego Cities. It really made me want to, add even more cool things to my Lego City after taking a look at it. Very much like the Lego City at my absolute #1 favorite reseller store, the Brick Exchange. So I love when I can go in and actually just spend time looking at the city, poking around and seeing what ideas I can bring back to my own city. And the owner of the Brick House Resellers was super happy to talk about his Lego City with us and point out fun things. He's looking to make a scavenger hunt for the kids. So this was actually a busy store. It was on the smaller side, but had tons of Lego sets that were new, used, built, pre-built used, and certified used in their box. So that's pretty cool. There's also tons of minifigs, tons of loose bricks, and he even does parties. So there was a lot going on in the store, but we did manage, of course, to take home a set or 2 and a couple figs to go with it. So let's take a look. So first up was one of these certified used sets in the box. So this means it had the instructions, all the pieces, including extra pieces, as well as obviously the set itself. Everything was there and accounted for. So Brian has been wanting the Tron set, idea set for quite a while, and it is pretty pricey new on eBay. So we picked this up for a pretty good price, and I think we'll have a cycle. What are they called? I don't even know what they're called. Oh, my memory is failing me. Light cycles? No, that doesn't sound right either. So whatever these things are, they'll be perfect for a race in the city because they are a good proportion for, city roads and things. So that is the first thing we picked up. And my pickup, okay, this is all about me. This is what I saw that caught my eye that I have been looking at for quite a while. So obviously this is the Hobbit's Journey. I don't even know what it's called. Let me look, because it actually came. So this was one of the pre-built used sets, and it came with the instructions. So I'm not even sure what this is called. We're going to call it the Journey. An Unexpected Journey is what this one is. So it was missing a few parts. A couple of the pieces were substituted, but not major. One minifigure was missing, but he did throw in a second minifigure, another Hobbit minifigure from his case for me as well. I believe it was this one here, and we did pick up a couple extra minifigures to go with them. I had actually wanted to buy this little guy right here. I'm not really up on my Hobbit knowledge, but when he took him off the base plate in the minifigure display, his toes cracked off. So he gave me this one for free, which is awesome. I'll find him another pair of that fragile brown pant or something similar. So we do have, the ones I bought, I have two more. So this one's very fun. Like, I really love this set. I think this will look awesome in a medieval area for sure. But if we turn it around, you'll see a couple other of the minifigures that I purchased as well back here. So again, not really sure on the names. That's more Brian's thing, but I just thought it would look fun in a medieval area, and it would be fun to have the Lord of the Rings Hobbit grouping of people, I'm not even sure what to call them, in the city as a scene. So you guys can all help me out in the comments. I know it's pretty bad. I should have done my homework first. But I just like the look of this set more than anything. And my husband enjoys the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series, so I thought it would be fun to get this, to have for him as well. So that is what we picked up from the Brickhouse Resellers. I could have picked up many more things, but I tried to contain myself because I knew we had a long journey ahead of us. I'm going to show you what we picked up at Andy's Brick Shop. Okay, this place was super cool because it was actually in a mall. It's kind of in an older school mall, bottom floor, but it was a huge, bright, fun store, absolutely filled with all kinds of Lego goodness. I'm talking, new current sets, used sets, pre-built, certified, pre-owned used sets in their boxes, like vintage sealed Lego sets from 4 digits and beyond ago, and all sorts of like Lego merchandise. Obviously, you could get bulk pieces, tons of minifigures. And this place was really lit up, really pretty, really bright, and we had a lot of fun. It was huge. There was so much to look at. Pretty much every theme was represented, and I did not go too crazy in the store though. There is a couple sets in general that I was just, kind of hoping would maybe be at the store, but they weren't. And that's kind of the thing when you go to a store like that. You can't really go with something in mind because you don't know what's going to be there. So I did find one thing. Let me grab it. I did find one set that I thought would be very cool for the canals in my Lego city, and I hadn't picked it up yet, and it was at a decent price, so I thought, why not? So here it is. I purchased the Dragon Boat Races, okay? I think that will look fantastic in the canals. And this is a Chinese New Year set that I do not have, and I would like to work on collecting all of them. So I found that one right away. This is a new sealed set. So there it is, new and sealed. Box is in pretty good shape, but I'm not gonna save it anyway. So I think this will be a fun build to add to the city. And I also picked up, which I don't actually have with me anymore, my son's friend Owen wanted a Chewbacca that was older than the current ones that they're making. So we found him an older Chewbacca, and we found him a Yoda, because he said all he has is Grogu. So we got a Yoda and a Chewbacca minifigure, but they also had tons of minifigures. The ones that, you know, maybe weren't as valuable to them, they actually just had out for you to kind of pick through and look through, and then in the cases were some of the more valuable ones, but it was a fun store. They also have a Bricklink store that I want to look up as well, so that'd be a great way to see what sets they have coming in. Not only did we take Lego sets to build with us, we actually took a train station to build, and we took the Ferris wheel to build with us, but we also managed to have shipping things that we had purchased on Bricklink shipped to us and arrived while we were gone. So I just wanted to show these off to you as well, since this is a haul video and there's some good stuff for the city in here, as well as more retired sets, because that's kind of my thing these days. So this is something interesting. This is a little different, and you've probably seen these, and they were really cheap at one point. I remember that. And I got these for really cheap too, because I didn't need all the pieces. But these are the arcade pods from Ninjago. And the Lego artisan, Kim, he has some fantastic little builds going on with these for a Lego city. So I'm gonna put a link to that in the description below, but he has 3. He's got like a flower shop. He's got, I think this one, I suggested he make a bread and cheese shop, and you can see his video where he actually mentioned us and said, let's make a bread and cheese shop. So that was pretty awesome, but I believe there is, I don't remember what the third one is, but he has the Florist Shop, and then there's a red, let me see if I can get these out. There is a red one, a blue one, and a green one. I don't even know anything about these or exactly what's going on with the figures in there, but they did come with their figures, so we can always do something in the city with those, I'm sure. Okay, and there's this one as well, but I think this one, of course, was the Florist Shop. So we've got, there they are, we've got the Florist Shop, we're gonna have a bread and cheese shop, and we're gonna have another one. I'll let you know what that is, but right now I have no idea. Okay, so moving on, we're all about the train stations right now. So this is actually one of the 3 train stations that I told you guys I was gonna order, and I ordered them all used so that I could save my resources for more trains. And I'm super pumped about the new cargo train that is coming out this summer. I will be there to get that one in person, because I think that one looks super cool. I'm just trying to reach down and get the instruction manual out for this one. All right, so here we go. This is set 60050. So as you can see, it is a city train station, and it actually goes along with the city train 60051 that is now on my wanted list. I do want to get that one. It also has another cool like little platform that goes with it. So I'm definitely going to be picking that one up next. But this came from, I did actually pay a little bit more used for this one than what was available, so you could actually get it for a lot cheaper. However, the guy that was selling this said it, you know, was in his own personal collection. It was just, you know, stored in, you know, really well and not exposed to sunlight, all of that good stuff, really taken care of. So I feel like that made a huge difference, because it can be, you know, sad to get a used set and, you know, your expectation of what they say is good, you know, good quality, good condition is just not your expectations of good condition. So that can be challenging, I've found out, when buying, you know, a used set. So he's got even the extra pieces, and he's got a checklist thing. So I really felt like I was going to get a good set and still save some money off the brand new price. So that is train station number 1. Now, we also, when I do things up, I need to do them big, right? So this is the next train station that I thought I would try out because I thought it looked pretty neat as well. This is 7997, and I'm not 100% sure which train this is associated with, but I'll take a look for that. However, I thought it was a neat design. And, I do have a ton of space under here, and you can actually see we're having a little bit of a train dilemma at the moment because we have a bit of a city dilemma at the moment. So we're going to get everything fixed up and get the train back on the track because, let me show you. Let me show you while we're here. I actually have all the pieces built for a second passenger train as well as the cargo train. So I am super excited to get all of this stuff back up. We got train tracks, we got roads going, and get this back underway here. And you can see that I did build up this Lego City train station while we were away. So tons of stuff going on, tons of new sets, terrible sneak peek at all the changes in the Lego City, but it's all looking really, really good. So he thought going to Brickmania would be a really fantastic experience, and he was prepared to drop some money in there because he's wanted a few of their sets. So we actually drove very out of our way to get to Brickmania. On the way home from Virginia, on the way there, it was way too out of the way based on what else we had done, and they would have been closed. So we decided to make it our first stop the following Friday morning and, get what we wanted and, just look around. So even they were talking, Liam and Brian were talking about building a diorama for a specific time period or war. So everyone was super excited. So we get to the store, and the store is beautiful, very nice, well laid out. The problem happened to be the woman running the store. She clearly didn't care that we were there, which is fine. I don't need to be greeted or welcomed or anything like that. Retail is, I know it's a tough gig. However, considering every Lego store we've been in and every Lego reseller store, you never actually think someone's not going to welcome you because everyone is so friendly. So my son, he's a super friendly kid. He wants to talk to everyone. So he was excitedly telling this woman all about Brickfest when he brought his mock to the convention in my city. And the woman actually started in on how he didn't go to a real convention. That wasn't a real convention. That was a scam. That was just a moneymaker. Who would consider that a real convention? She was snickering. She was rolling her eyes. She was arguing. It was really insane, her behavior. We were all pretty frustrated. I can't even. It was, so unfortunately my husband looked around. We all felt awkward. She was going on and how she knew, he was talking about how, he got to meet Lego Masters, and then she had to one-up him with, I knew Jamie, the host of Lego Masters, before he was actually, on there or whatever. And, nothing you could say was good enough. She was always better. So we left the store with nothing. We were not going to purchase any of those sets, especially from her. And I actually contacted corporate because I thought that, fine, you can be rude to me. I don't really care. I'm not looking to be treated any special way. I will say, though, that several other people came into the store after us. Not only did she greet them, she also told them about sales going on in the store. So I don't know if she just pegged us as people who weren't going to buy anything and who were just looking around. I don't know. However, I contacted corporate because I thought, geez, here's a kid super excited to share his experience about going to a convention with his own thing, and she's putting him down. Someone who's at least my age, maybe older, is actually putting down a child. And it just baffled me. So, I wasn't trying to be one of those people who, just has to do whatever. But I felt genuinely upset for him. He was aware. He kept trying to talk to her. So I talked to corporate. Long story short, I actually talked to them, and they were dumbfounded as well because that's just not that's not cool. In fact, Brickmania is going to be sending their people to different Brickfest conventions around the country this coming year. So Margaret wanted to send Liam something, and she asked, you know, what he was most interested in, and he and Brian were really looking at some of the Vietnam War things to make maybe a diorama out of in the future. So I said, oh, he's interested in Vietnam War. So she's like, let me send him a little package because I feel really horrible. So let's take a look at what Brickmania sent us. And she invited us out for a factory tour and to come check out the Brick War convention that they're hosting in June. So I don't know if they're going to be able to get out to something like that. It is in Minnesota and we're in Massachusetts. So that is, you know, certainly quite the distance in the plane ride and all of that, but it would be really cool. So she sent some great stickers that we can make our own custom army out of. So we'll put these up here. You know, Brian really struggled with, you know, their treatment of us in the store. Oh, we have a note on the back. All right, Liam, hope you can use some of this for your mock. Send a picture when it's done. Tracy at Brickmania. P.S. I'm sorry your trip to the store wasn't great. If you come to Minnesota, I'd love to show you our warehouse. So that is really nice. You know, I told her, please, you know, you don't have to send anything. I just wanted to let them know, you know, how they treated a child. Again, don't care how they treated me, but a child is a lot different. So anyway, so we got some cool stickers. And just go through these here. So we'll make some cool army stuff with that. Again, this is sort of Brian's kind of thing. Definitely not mine. So you've got squad packs. Some stuff. They have stuff. You guys can see what it is. If you're into it, you'll know. If you're not, there's some cool stuff. It was very cool vehicles and planes and things like that. So we got a sticker that'll be perfect for the water bottle, and then we got a custom minifigure, a Vietnam grunt. So that is pretty cool. So I would like to give Brickmania another try. Clearly not from that store. So this is got some flags, some weapons, a base. Pretty cool stuff. So we'll have to see what happens for sure. You know, unfortunately, what happens is for people like us traveling through an area, that first impression is a lasting first impression. It's not as if we get to visit that store on a regular basis. We may never ever get back there again. There would be no reason I would plan a trip to go back there. But, you know, thankfully the company reached out and, you know, wanted to show Liam that, you know, what he did was cool and that hopefully he goes on to do more cool things. So that is what Lego is all about. And, you know, we want to encourage our kids with Lego, and that's it. So guys, this is it. This is a Lego road trip and then some. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be sharing the new city plans because as you can see, it's looking pretty crazy in the Lego City. I'm hoping to get that out to you very soon. We actually popped back from vacation and I hopped into a dental surgery. So I'm actually talking to you right now and I look like I'm storing Brian said I look like I'm storing nuts like a squirrel or a chipmunk. So hopefully very soon you'll see the Lego City idea, the new Lego City layout ideas we have and what we think our biggest mistake has been all along in the Lego City. So I can't wait to share that with you. So we'll see you soon. Stay safe, happy building. So long.